You're not rude for saying no. You're respecting yourself. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's how you protect your energy, your time, and your peace. If saying no feels uncomfortable, this is how you start without guilt. Boundaries come in many forms, and understanding them is the first step. First, there are physical boundaries. This is about your personal space, who gets to touch you, and even carving out your personal time. Then, we have emotional boundaries, which are all about protecting your feelings from manipulation or just feeling completely overloaded by someone else's emotions. Finally, there are time boundaries. This is about being intentional and deciding how and when you give your energy to others and to different tasks. When you can pinpoint the type of boundary you need in a situation, it becomes so much easier to communicate it with clarity and confidence. It's not just a vague feeling anymore, it's a specific need you can address. Now, let's talk about the biggest hurdle: guilt. Feeling guilty after setting a boundary doesn't mean you've done something wrong. Often, that guilt is actually a disguise for fear. Fear of disappointing others, fear of being judged, or even fear of being rejected. So, let's reframe it. Saying no isn't an act of rejection. It's an act of self-respect. It's you giving yourself permission to honor your own needs, just as you'd honor someone else's. Every single time you uphold a boundary, you're not weakening your relationships. You're strengthening your self-worth. You're teaching yourself and others that your well-being is a priority. So, how do you actually communicate these boundaries? The key is to be clear and kind. You don't need a long, complicated explanation. Simple, direct phrases work best. Try something like, "I can't commit to this right now," or "I'm going to need some time for myself," or even just, "That doesn't work for me, but I really appreciate your understanding." Being clear from the start reduces the chance of misunderstandings, conflict, and that lingering guilt. You don't need to over-explain or justify your decision. A little bit of respect for yourself and honesty towards the other person is more than enough. Remember, you're not rude for saying no. You're honoring yourself. Boundaries are what protect your energy, nurture your self-respect, and ultimately lead to healthier, more balanced relationships. Start small, be clear, be kind, and never forget, your peace matters. Thank you for watching, and if this helped, please consider subscribing for more content on living a more intentional life.